So I want to ask a logical question, which I will expect you answer the question to yourself logically. So for those of us in Nigeria, so let's assume you want to buy a vehicle, a used vehicle, the ones we call tukumbo, fully used, the ones that we are directly imported and not being registered or used in Nigeria. And in car, what car will I say now? Okay, let's just say Peugeot 508 W2. So, and let's also assume that the price, the average price of a W2 508 automatic with THP 163 engine, that everything, the engine, the transmission, the body, the interior, the electrical, basically everything is in good condition. Of course, I expect maybe small wear and tear, but like I said, everything is just like what we usually call high grade tukumbo. So let's say the price, every price like 7 million. Okay. So now, one now comes up. A Nigerian used one now comes up. Everything is almost like in the condition of that tukumbo that cost 7 million naira. I'm not saying 100% in that, but like say, let's put it like 80% or close to, or a little bit more, in that condition of the 7 million naira, except that the engine is weak. But every other thing, when you come to a modern vehicle that is electrically complex and controlled, every other thing is very good, but the engine is weak. And now the seller or the dealer, because of the engine is weak, is now offering the car at the price of 2 million naira. They just say 2 million naira instead of 7 million of the one with sound engine and the tukumbo. However, like I said, everything on that car is almost like 80% or 85 to 90% of that tukumbo state, except that the engine is weak. I is now offering the car as 2 million naira. And then the price of the engine, let's assume you decide to change the engine or rebuild the engine of that one that is weak. I will cost you maybe, remember the engine, maybe roughly 700,000. So that makes it, you end up buying a car that is at the grade of about 6-7 million naira. You end up buying it at 2.7 million, right? Is it worth purchasing? So that's the logical question I'm going to ask. Is that car worth buying? If you actually can't afford to buy, you really want that type of car or that 508. But you can't afford the 7 million naira, and this one now comes up, but you actually can afford to buy that this particular one that is 2 million naira. Even if you don't have additional money for the 700,000 to replace the engine, but of course the engine is still running and still, just that it's weak, so it's not as in good condition like the other. But it doesn't mean the engine will stop or will break the next day. The engine might even still serve you 2 years plus, only that it probably may not get the same power than the one in the good condition, or so, something like that. But you can afford to buy it, that 2 million naira at that time. Is it worth buying? As I told you, do you think it's a good deal? Is it something you will hesitate? For people outside Nigeria, let's assume you are in US or whatever, and the used vehicle that once that everything is in good condition, what about $10,000 used one, and then one that has an engine issue. The engine, the car is still working, it's still running, nothing is for, it doesn't, the issue with the engine doesn't stop the car, only that the engine is weak a little, maybe consumes more oil than the one of the $10,000. So the dealer now comes up and say, you know what, if you have $2,000 or $3,000, come and pick the car. Then the engine, to replace the engine or to rebuild the engine will cost you probably approximately about $1,000 maximum, probably much less, but let's just say maximum. So meaning that at the end you end up buying the car $3,000 or $3,000 plus. Okay, let's just say $4,000 maximum. $4,000 maximum instead of $10,000 of the one with good engine. Would you hesitate if probably you can't afford that $10,000, but you can afford to buy that $2,000 and then gradually save up, and later whenever you can spend 1,000 naira to put it in that condition of the one of 10,000? Is this something you will hesitate? Is this something you think is not a good thing? Like I said, it's a logical question, and we should pass a logical answer to yourself. Don't need to respond to me. So the reason why I'm bringing this thing up is, I did a video not long ago about this thing Nigerians have in mind. I don't know how to explain it. In that video, I called it an illusion. People, it's like Nigerians want to buy a car that wants a car, it's like people want to buy a brand new car with a price at the price of a used vehicle. I think that's best way of putting it. Another way to put it, people want to buy a car that's everything is in very good condition. They want to buy the car at the price of the one that is already wrecked. In fact, a car that deserves to be at the scrap yard and scrapped and without even being on the road or something like that. That's what they want. So in other words, when they are going to dealers or inspecting vehicles, those who know how to, or know even what to even check, or have the technical know-how to even detect if there are for any issues, they expect the dealer or those car sellers to lie to them. They want them to tell them lies. They don't want to hear that the vehicle has an issue with this or that. All they want to hear is the car is in perfect condition. Because I don't understand how you expect a used car, everything on a used car, to be in the condition of a brand new one. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying it because I'm a technical person, I'm a technician, to mobile industry. Because as an adult, someone who applies logic in everything he does, you know how your body works, you know how everything, the clothes you wear, how it behaves, how it ends up after a few years, after wearing it for some times. In other words, you know that everything about this physical life is wear and tear. You buy a toothbrush, use it 2 times, it's no longer at the same condition of when it was brand new. You buy, just like I said, this cloth, you wear it, wash it 2 times, it's no longer at the same condition when you bought it new. is going down. You build a house, live in it for a year or some months. It's no longer in the condition when it was still brand new. Give it a year or two, there'll be some maintenance, some things will start fading, some paint will start peeling off or thereabout, or roof will start, something. There's always something to replace or repair in everything you touch in this physical life. Even stones, as strong as they are, rock, as long as they are, they still disintegrate, they wear out, they die off gradually. Everything. So, for you to be saying you are buying a used vehicle and everything, you don't want to hear about any kind of repair, irrespective of the price the vehicle is being sold. You don't want to hear about any repair or something. You just want to be told that the car is in perfect good condition. So I don't really understand Nigerians, honestly, average Nigerians, when it comes to this. It just blows my mind. There's this 407. I'm going to use a picture of this 407 on this video. That's going to be what you see when you click on this video. I advertised this car. This is a Peugeot 407 V6 2007 model. So I advertised this car not quite long ago, a few days ago, basically, maybe I think last week. And a lot of people have been calling. I could say, without exaggerating, between 30, not calling per se, because I made it very clear that it's only via chat, Telegram or WhatsApp chat or email. So a lot of people have been forwarding mails, not mails per se, actually just WhatsApp and Telegram chat, wanting to know that they are interested in the car, because I advertised the car at a very ridiculous price, very, very low ridiculous price, because I inspected the car. It's like I did free inspection, cover inspection, and come on, it cannot be, it's very, very it's not about disrespectful. I mean, when you call someone twice and the person doesn't pick, if you keep calling, it's not just, you have number one, you are disrespecting the person. Secondly, it doesn't show a good light on you. It shows how, I don't know. I don't take people that do such things very seriously, because if you have any form of manners, it means the second time you call the person, it means the person most likely is engaged in something, not close to his phone, or for whatever reason won't be able to pick your call, or intentionally doesn't want to pick your call. So why keep doing that? Means because the second time you call, means the person will call you back if eventually he intends to have conversation with you. Okay, moving on. So people have been showing interest. At least 50 people or so sending WhatsApp messages that they are very much interested in the car because of the low price. I put the car with how I explain how good the car is. It's almost like the car is, I'm not saying in Tokumbo condition, but almost close to that condition. The body, the interior, the vertical, at least even the automatic transmission behave very, very well. Dana put down caveat here. Of course, I mentioned just a few more things that are very minimal, like the rear lights needs replacement, broken, which is cheap. The roof liner, it started sagging, which, I mean, it's not a big deal. Something that one can easily replace or gummy back, whichever one you choose to do. Doesn't even cost that much. Some do charge you about 10,000 or something close to that, or a little bit more, to change it completely and put something better. So I now put on that that the engine need attention, because I didn't want to waste my time. I need someone that understands, a serious person who is serious enough, so that I'll be able to filter the rest out. So people are showing interest. Some we are not even asking the details, but knowing who I am, you know me, I don't hide things. Whether you ask for it or not. I've done the inspection, so I'm going to give it to you for free. I said it's a free vehicle inspection, so I get the result for free. That okay, if you need this car, the engine has an issue, which I'm going to explain here, which I also explain to other people. The timing, the auxiliary belt broke, and some of the debris entered inside the timing kit, and what will happen next. So the timing jumped and messed up the valves. So they did the repairs, but not the people that did it well. So the engine is noisier, of course, because this engine is the same engine in this what I'm driving right now, which is my 407 V6, but that one too is 407 V6. So same engine, which is this engine, once it warms up, and you won't know the engine is running. That's how good this engine is. Very, very quiet, especially at idle. But that one you can actually tell. So like I said, the valve job was not properly done, and they also used a wrong head gasket. They use all those fake head gaskets, much thicker. So because of that, the engine have lost its original full power. Hear me out. So when I say lost its full power, it doesn't mean the EW10J4 it has more power or faster than the car currently. Doesn't also mean the 2.2, the EW12J4 has more power. It's just like, for someone like me that knows this engine very well, I know that the power is no longer, the full ES9A power V6 engine is no longer on that car, because of the bad repairs that was done. Probably the valves used were not good enough, and then, because if not for anything, that head gasket they put there, I know for a fact that it will reduce the engine power, because like I say, once it's thicker, so it has affected the compression and the rest. So, and then the engine now, most likely because of what happened, or the shoddy work done, maybe even before then, it now burns oil more than it should. It consumes oil more than it should. I could tell from hard acceleration that it brings out bluish smoke, So it's possible that if you replace the head gasket and change the valves, with the valve stem cells, the oil consumption will go away. Or it's possible that it has come to stay. So my recommendation to those people who are showing interest in the car was, see, this engine can still serve you a year or two or so, and you likely will not even notice this difference I'm saying. So if you can't afford, my advice is buy, if you are really interested in the car. If you can, immediately replace the engine. You don't need to buy the complete with the accessory. You just buy only the engine, what we call skeleton over here in Nigeria. Just buy only the engine. So, or you leave it whenever you can. You don't rush it. Like I said, this is a car I inspected, and I know that in the next 2-3 years or something close to that, the engine will still be running. Only that you spend more on oil. I can't say how long will it consume oil, the consumption rate, but I know once you start bringing that kind of smoke, it means you'll be topping up more. to my surprising, I mean, people were like, oh no, I don't want to buy. They were not saying it outright, but I could tell from the conversation that the fact that this particular clean car, that ordinarily costs like more than, I don't know how to put it. On a good basis, I put it how much? 1.3 million, which maybe the owner might even decide to reduce money if he sees a serious buyer. This car is something that you probably be looking about 2 million naira if, let's assume, the engine is in good condition. I don't think anybody will sell that car less than 2 million naira in good condition. That's the engine. If the engine is like in the state of mind, like I said, I don't think anyone will sell. But people are like, no, I don't want to buy a car on abuse. In fact, the price I put the car is almost like cars that usually get abused, that have so many kind of issues. I don't want to spend that. So I was like, you can't afford to buy the 2 million naira yet. You can't, even this one that you can buy at 1.3, maybe the man may even reduce money for you. You buy at 1.3, and even if you don't have the money, later you spend about 200 or 200 and something to replace the engine much later or immediately, which will now make it maximum about 500k to get this sound car that probably will get about 2 million naira or thereabout. And you're saying it's not, come on, that's what I knew. I mean, you see, the best thing is, I realized, see, it was even a waste of time to be doing all this. I won't be doing all these explanations anymore. I realized that, you know, people don't actually understand. As in, that's why, in fact, to put it in a different way, that's actually why Nigeria end up buying abused vehicles. You see people, so many, they will go and buy a 407 or something similar. They've messed up the whole system. Maybe the wiring connection is so bad that every now and then we changing your ECU that costs how many hundreds of 100 to 150k or thereabout. Every now and then this one is burning, every time this is burning, everyone, gearbox is wrecking, this one, I could keep going on and on. So which one is better? You know, I put it on that advert that if I were in the market looking for a 407 V6, these are the kind of cars I don't even hesitate. When I got this car, I had in mind, I wasn't buying it like, oh, that I knew the engine will serve me 1 million years to come, or the gearbox on it will serve another 1 million years to come. I didn't buy the car brand new, so I couldn't tell what the previous owners, even the one that uses outside Nigeria and the rest, how many owners that have used this car before it came to me. I don't know what oil they've been using on the engine. It doesn't matter what the previous owner will tell me that he was using. It's his claim. I don't know how they've been using the gearbox, what oil they've been putting in the gearbox. All I cared about was the body, the interior, the electricals. That was all I needed. Of course, I took my time. Look at the gearbox, like I said, messed up a month later or so. The other things are actually fixed. Let's go back a little. You see that my 505 now that everybody is begging me to sell, no matter how many millions I'm willing to sell to them. If I want to sell. Almost every guy I meet now, please sell this car to me. Even the ones that probably can't even afford to buy or to spend more than 100,000. It's also begging. And the guys who probably, even if I tell them 5 million naira, they will even hesitate. Or even more, they won't even hesitate. They just want that car. Do you know what's the story behind that car and me when I got that car? The hell I went through before I actually started enjoying the car in repairs. in trying to fix the issues the car came with. It was a mess. Electrically. People complain for 07 is electrically, that 505 V6, you have no idea how the electrical could mess you up if you mess the electrical up. It was a nightmare for about a year until I sorted it out. How many years now? 2011 till today. Do the counting. I'm enjoying the car. Everybody now wants it. So I don't understand why people no, I can't afford to buy buy a brand new car. I can only afford to buy a car that is in abuse state or something, because that's what you can afford financially. I mean, that's the best at that moment. And now something now comes up that basically, see, this is the best opportunity to own something very sound that have no abuse. I think, yeah, the engine, you could say it was probably abused, because to me it was abused. If you have changed it auxiliary belt, which I always tell people, change your timing, change your auxiliary belt, that thing wouldn't have happened. When people will go and buy fake belts, buy this or leave the old one until it cuts or break. So it's an abuse on its own that ended up damaging the engine, which was repaired but not properly fixed. So how could an engine be a big deal to you? That is it those ones that people deal and people sell? What makes you think those ones are even in better condition? Because the dealer or the seller is telling you everything is sound. What makes you think it's in better condition than this one I inspected? Because I said it. Because those other people will not say the truth because they want to sell off the car. Then you go, but I said it. So that at least you have it in mind. You know that, okay, this is the main issue you need to deal with whenever you can. And I advise how to go about it. And I also advise, don't even bother to, if I were in your position, I won't bother to try to fix. It will cost less to fix. But my concern is the oil burn, not the power. The power will come back if you follow my advice. Change the head gasket, put the original one, remove all the valves and put the correct valve if you can find them, or you change the cylinder heads. But are you sure after doing that the oil burn will reduce or will go away? It's probably the oil burn is from the cylinder head, or probably from the pistons, the rings. So who knows where it's coming from? So I was like, rather than trying to do that game or take that risk, keep using the car. If you can't afford the replacement now, whenever you can, replace the engine. And it's almost like you are driving a Tokumbo car or something closer to that. But you'd rather buy the one that every now and then one electrician is opening, pulling one wire or the other, burning one ECU or the other. I don't know. I'm surprised that up to now people don't really understand what a modern vehicle is. Currently, what a modern car is. Now, it's almost like the electric vehicles are coming up. You still don't understand that modern cars, engines are irrelevant when it comes to purchase. If that shouldn't be your priority at all. I did a video recently. Engines and transmission shouldn't be your priority unless maybe of automatic. But even at that, even that one, okay, see, let me put it in a different way. When you are test driving a car or you're expecting a car, that's not how to actually know the true condition of that engine. It's only the worst one that you can actually see immediately, like the one that have started smoking. Engine can be weak without smoking. Other ways to find out is not to start putting your tool. Who will allow you to do compression test when you are inspecting a car? I wouldn't even allow you if you are inspecting a car I'm selling. I wouldn't even let you go that far. Not to think of start removing plugs to put this, do that. How dare you? Because I know you may end up not buying the car. So why would I? So it means that if 100 people come to check the car, I will allow them to pieces, dismantle the entire car just to inspect and end up not buying. Nobody will allow you to do that. Is it only 5 minutes sometimes they will allow to 5 minutes drive that you do the test drive that will be able to know how good the engine is. Just because the car is fast doesn't mean the engine is still in good condition. Some will say, oh, but it's bringing out steam from the exhaust. That is a crap. To think that because a car, when you start a cold engine, it start bringing out steam from the exhaust, it means the engine is in good condition. It's the most ironical thing I've never heard of that usually comes from Nigerians. Please, that has nothing to do with the state of the engine. This is just a activity going on before that's between the combustion chamber and the exhaust. That's why you are getting that thing. It doesn't mean anything about the state of the engine. That's not how to know how good an engine is. So you can't actually tell. So you can make, once it's a used vehicle, you're almost like, let's hope for the best. I don't know, honestly. So that car is still, I believe it's still available. I've not spoken with the owner because I know I don't keep people car even when I advertise the vehicle. So if you are interested in that vehicle, this might be your best chance to get a clean 407 Nigerian use at very low price. Like I said, a serious person who really wants something, let me know. Contact me, let's talk business. That's what I may ask the owner, maybe reduce price. Not that you don't want to buy a car, you start spending replacing the engine. And you think that one they are selling 2 million naira at car dealers or other people advertising. Who makes you think the engine is in good condition? Who told you that? Is it the mechanic that doesn't know jack? I'm kind of speechless. But like I said, most times when I look at it, I say people that end up buying abused modern Peugeot vehicles, I think they actually deserve it because you wanted someone to lie, someone, you don't want to hear the truth. So, as good as that, you prefer, I don't want to spend, I don't want to get somebody involved in inspecting the car to know the truth about the vehicle. Or I don't want the dealer or seller to ever tell me that the car has a problem. I want the one that is buy and buy like a brand new vehicle to be sold at a ridiculous low price, like the one that is meant for scrap here. That's the one I want, so that if the car eventually start giving me problem tomorrow, I will have the reason. I will have enough justification to go online or to start complaining how bad this Peugeot vehicle is. Good for you. So if you're serious, let me know. This is not just about that particular car. Just I'm surprised that people actually walking away from such a good deal. Almost everybody I purchased vehicles, they know me. If all the people that paid me to inspect vehicles or purchase for them all those things, I always tell them, as long as it's a used vehicle, I don't care whether it's Tokumbo or not. There is no guarantee that after purchasing this engine that it will last you over 2 years without showing symptoms, because the harm could probably have been done. Even though it may not be smoking now or showing sign of weakness, but if the previous owner had been running bad oil on the engine and it's started failing, it's rapidly failing gradually, it may not show itself immediately. It takes a while. Engine is not like here, but it takes a while before it starts showing some of those symptoms. It become more pronounced. And also the 10 minutes drive they will allow you, 5 to 10 maximum they will allow you, it's not enough. You have to drive the car to do it after 2-3 days, no oil leakage, to know whether the oil level is still there. Is it after that 10 minutes drive that you know whether the oil level has dropped? Even when doing test drive, I don't like revving engine ahead because I don't know the condition of the timing belt or auxiliary belt. You can't tell at that time. So I wouldn't like to wreck someone's engine car that is on sale. Go and wreck it. So I don't actually push it that hard to avoid damaging those kits, timing kit or this thing and wrecking the engine. So I can't be able to tell how good exactly the engine is. You can't really tell. There are tools you need to use to find out. Sometimes you have to use it for some days or kilometers. You'll be able to tell, okay, sounds good enough or looks good enough. I mean, if you're an adult and still lacks application of logic in things you do when you purchase things or how you, I don't think Peugeot is a problem. Okay, that's all.